Are from D12.
Yo, what's good, y'all? This is Doug E. Fresh.
Hey, Redman is in the building. You already know.
Hey guys, this is Emily Peachy.
Shout out, man, to Worldwide Collaborations, man.
I want to shout out Worldwide Collaborations LLC.
Shout out to the Worldwide Collaborations LLC.
World movement, beyond thousands of movements.
The world movement, beyond thousands of movements.
All about representing each other together. So check this out.
What's up? You want to be a part of this? You want to be a part of the Worldwide Collaboration?
You guys should all be a part of Worldwide Collaboration.
Worldwide Collaborations LLC. Check us out, man, and check what's going on, man. Word up. I have recently been choosing to be a spokesman and an ambassador. So you will see a lot more of me. Join the movement, man. It's beyond thousands of movements right now and talents put together, all about representing each other together.
I want to join, so I might see you there. All right, much success.
It is a worldwide collaboration song.
Yeah, look. Brainstorming, creative thinking, the new ideas, inventing innovations, representing everything, having members collaborate, worldwide collaborations.
All right, we're back with another star-studded episode of the Chatterbox with King Jacob. And I am that guy they call King Jacob. How's everybody doing on this terrific Tuesday, this tune-in Tuesday? You know, how's everybody doing out there in podcast land, radio land? How's everybody? I hope everybody had a wonderful and a blessed and a magnificent day with a lot of productivity. And so we're here again to bring you a star-studded guest that has a star-studded journey. And this is a star-studded episode. So welcome. So we do have a special guest. Man, she really needs no introduction, but, you know, we're going to tap in with you at home who may not know her, but you're going to want to know her. The Melodic Princess is in the building. How are you?
I am well, and yourself? Thanks for asking.
I'm good. Blessed by the best, doing well, and, you know, all those good things, man. Life is good. Life is golden. So we're here to get into your story. So before we do that, when people ask you, who is the Melodic Princess? What type of answer is that?
Someone who's unique, creative. I am the Melodic Princess. Someone that's humble. I'm a mixture of different things. Focused. Headstrong. But again, I am the Melodic.
All right. In a nutshell, you heard it first. You know, from the one and only, the Melodic Princess. So, for you, entertainment business. So, from your childhood, how did you find out that you had a gift?
In church singing.
Okay.
Just getting up in church singing, playing around in church, making up songs.
So, making up your own songs?
Making up songs in church. My granddaddy had to sit me down.
Okay. So once you understand that you had the gift of song, that you had a voice that needed to be heard, how early on did you understand that?
Well, I didn't start understanding my gift until I got like in my mid-teens.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when my father started applying a lot of pressure for his vocal lessons, me taking my artistry serious.
Okay.
So when I was younger, it was just more so less I like to sing. When I became a teenager, it was more so less as this is a hobby, this is a passion, this is a skill, but you got to take it serious because you have a gift that probably can take you somewhere. And there were moments where I fell off.
Okay. So, you know, you're from an area where, you know, man, singing is like golden. Like you you're from an area, and I'm a church boy myself, so when you told me where you was from, I was like, oof, man, the amount of quartet singers that I have came in contact
Hmm.
in that area, wow. So, what was that church experience for you like, as far as being a choir, as far as knowing different people who sung quartet, as far as being involved with the whole church community?
Hard because I'm a preacher's kid. I was always underneath the spotlight. So I had to move a certain way. It was a certain way I had to live. It was a certain way I had to talk. There was a certain way I had to conduct myself because we have always known that they put a label on us that preachers' kids are the worst ones. So it was always that if you don't do right, or if you don't act right, or if you don't even sing right, I'm gonna tell your daddy. So it was hard.
So there is a lot of pressure, and with that pressure, how do preachers' kids adapt? How do they kind of navigate where like they can be in the spotlight and do what's right, but they can also be their own person?
We find balance and we learn how to identify who we are. And once we identify who we are, then we go in that direction. That's what I did.
Okay, okay,
I
okay.
started to identify with who I was, what was right to me. I couldn't no longer just because I was a preacher's kid, I had to let my life be for me and let my dad's life be for him, but at the same time still apply some of those principles that he had taught me.
Okay, okay, okay. We have tapping in with us finally, Regina, aka DJ Jen. We appreciate you tapping in. Salute to the support and love you always give the show. We definitely appreciate you. And so, you found that you had this gift as a teen. So are we talking about only church? Are we talking about talent shows? We talking about people wanting you to come out for like birthday parties and weddings, or what
We're
are we
talking
talking?
about talent shows. We're talking about church events. We're talking about anniversary parties. We're even talking about um my I want to say it was my 11th or 12th. I was 11 or 12, maybe my fifth or sixth grade year. I ended up singing for the inauguration of Dr. Clinton Briscoe, who was a former president of Alcorn State University, late president of Alcorn State University. And so I'll never forget, that was like my first big performance where I sung Hero by Mariah Carey.
Oh wow, Alcorn State University, huh?
Yes,
That's
I'm an Alcornite.
wow. So
Yes,
that right there had to be pretty, ooh, like, because I know it was a lot lot of people there, and I know after you got through singing, it was pulling you this way, pulling you that way, and
it was
so
a lot of pressure, but I started to, it was okay.
okay, okay, that's what's up. So, um, finally, Regina says, congratulations on the win today. Can you
Oh,
share?
thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay, can you share? What type of win you have, and you know.
She's replying to the Ray Egram broadcast where there's just a selection of artists go in like a pool of being able to speak on for its production wise, quality wise, and sound wise for us the artist. And so other fans are able to vote on the quality of the music, the production of the music, and the sound of the music. And you are to vote with your ears and not with your feelings.
Oh, with your ears and not with your feelings. I could attest to say, I kind of think that, that's a hard task for a lot of people.
Yeah, but we have to rise above a thing of popularity and sort of like politicking and just be truthful. It's okay to say if something don't sound good.
Hmm.
It's called constructive criticism, and I'm one of the ones where I don't mind being given constructive criticism.
Okay. Okay. I salute you for that because a lot of people can't take that. So I definitely salute you for that.
Yeah, if I step in a hot kitchen, I can stay in there till it cool off.
Okay. So you singing at Alcorn State University, and then from there, how did the journey go?
Um, Glee clubs, choir performance. Um, and at one point in time, my dad thought that okay, she's not taking education serious anymore. It's just singing. My grades kind of slacked a little bit, and he started talking to some of my teachers, and they was basically just telling him like, you shouldn't punish her and taking her out of these extracurricular activities, but hey, let's try to see what her gift is and apply pressure and then still work on balancing school and extracurricular at the same time.
Okay. So how long did your dad kind of sway you away from music?
My 11th and 12th grade year, he just applied a lot of pressure. It was kind of like you got to buckle down in the books and you could still do the extracurricular activities, but he never just took it away from me. It was always like, have you ever watched the movie Sister Act?
I
Well,
have.
Lauren Hill mom was kind of hard on her. My dad was one of those type of parents. It was just like, singing ain't gonna pay the bills. Singing ain't gonna do this. That's what I used to hear.
Okay. So did your father ever experience the music world or no?
No.
Okay.
I come from, on my mom's side, I come from a family full of singers. Gospel quartet, yeah, on my mom's side.
Okay. So for those who don't know about the gospel quartet and how big it is in your area, can you share, please?
Oh, Jesus. It is real big. It's something that we take serious.
Yeah.
It's real serious. Not to touch too much on it, but I will just say it's serious.
Yes, it's really serious. Like when we talked, before I told you I kind of grew up listening to like Willie Banks and the Messengers, the Williams Brothers, gospel keynotes, Troy Raymond, Soul Searchers, the Mighty Clouds with Joy, and of course, a big fan. I was a big fan of Lee Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Big fan of Frank Williams and the Jackson Southerners. So yeah, we from that same lines of the type of music that was in the household. So
right.
So, and I tell people all the time, man, gospel quartet got so much conviction in it, and so much of what we as black people have really gone through. Because I tell people how I grew up. You only had, your family, your church family, and your immediate community. So and I can say it stemmed so much from where in the community it was no one person that could chastise you if there was an elder or they was an adult that can chastise you. You know what I mean?
Everybody could chastise you.
Right. And so from what you see, I just want to ask you this: from what you see nowadays, what you think we have lost in the community? What have we lost in the village?
A lack of communication and a lack of love.
And why you think that is?
Well, there's one common factor, and whenever that's gone, it's going to be hard to navigate anything. And that's whenever you take God out the equation. In my strong belief system, I believe wherever you take God, everything else will fall in place. And whenever he's not in the midst, you're going to have all kinds of chaos.
I just want you to say that one more time for the people in the back that's sitting on that back pew that ain't quite understand.
Basically, what I said, whenever there's a situation where God is not in the midst, it's going to always be chaos. We have gotten away from a lack of communication and love.
Mm. Man, that's so true on so many different levels. On so many different levels. And I do thank you for sharing that. So let's get back to you as a music artist. So, you know, you always been fluent in music. It's something that you got so much passion, so much love for. And so, upon graduating high school, did the navigation of the music journey continue?
Yeah, it did here and there, but I began to take different avenues with different careers. It's almost like they're saying a jack of many trades, but I would never sit here and tell you that I'm not a master of them. I have associate's degree, BA degree, MLA degree, and I have different certifications, CNA, EMT, but I always have. Everywhere I went, I always was singing. I never lost my focus for singing. I don't care where I went, I was singing. I don't care if I was sitting with a client, I was singing.
And you can. All you
I,
want to.
I use singing as a method and a tool for counseling. As a matter of fact, I did it. I did it today. I did it today. I had a lady to come in, and we were doing a PSS meeting, and I used my gift at that moment to just say, like minister, like, Lord, give me more of you. And I started singing. So I sing every day. There's not a day that don't go by that I don't sing.
That's that's great exercise for your vocals.
Yeah,
It is. It's very, very, very good.
yeah.
So with you singing every day and with you knowing, about vocals and about keys and stuff like that. So, have you ever directed, like, you
I
know,
have never directed. I don't even want to say that I don't have a desire to direct, but I do take artist development real serious.
okay, okay.
I'm very passionate about artist development. I will focus more on artist development before putting music out. And the
So,
reason being is because I was always taught that I only get one instrument. Most people don't understand when I say that. You have people that play a physical instrument that if something happens to it, they can go to the store and replace it. Well, if something happens to my vocal box, which is my voice, I can't replace that if I damage it. So that's one of the reasons why I take artist development real serious. I want to be able to, if I perform a show, if I have a band playing with me, I want to be able to look at the musician and say, hey, I need to be put in an A flat, or I need to be put in a G sharp. So that's one of the reasons why I try to learn. And I have had some dynamic, amazing people on my journey to tell me, like, hey, this is what you need to know. These are some of the things that you need to learn so that you can know when you are singing, are you singing in the right keys so that I can hear myself. And it didn't happen overnight. I'm still learning as a new artist. I'm still learning.
artist development, huh? Listen, I talk about this all the time, about how artist development is so needed. I don't care what generation you in. I don't care what time frame we in. Artist development is always going to be needed. You know, um,
Absolutely.
and I feel like if people, whether it's a label, whether it's a production company, or whether it's just an artist, each artist. I don't care if you are R&B, if you're hip hop, your gospel, jazz, country, blues. Everybody need an artist development coach, no
Yeah.
matter no matter what. And
It takes a lot. A lot of people don't understand. As for me, even just walking and singing with a mic, that's part of artist development, because if you don't have proper body stance and walking back and forth, you'll be amazed at the way some people outpour with sweat and they're tired just throughout a performance. That's part of artist development, because that's something that's you have to practice. That's something that's required. That's something that's needed. And a lot of times we as individuals, we may take on a task, but not necessarily equipped and ready to take on that task. And it's hard. And that task begins to interfere with the performance wise of delivering the way that you're supposed to deliver.
Right. Thanks, cuz Tonyo, for tapping in with me, man. I appreciate your support, man. Blessings to you. And now you said something interesting. So, I managed artists for a long time, you know, and I used to tell artists all the time, I said, you have to learn breathing techniques if you're going to be on that stage. If you don't know the correct breathing techniques, you're going to be tired halfway through the show.
Mhm.
And they used to look at me like, what? Man, I work out every day. I ain't going to be tired. I said, that ain't got nothing to do with it. About you working out every day, man. That ain't got nothing to do with your breathing techniques, man. I said, as a performer, man, you really got to understand you're going to be in a closed-in space, screaming crowds. You're going to be sweating bullets. So you have to learn breathing techniques. And, they finally got it, and a lot of people just have raw talents, whether it's from their
Right.
genetics or whether it's from somebody training them when they're young, they just raw. And
hmm
and a lot of people feel like, well, I've been doing this since I was 4 or 5 years old. I don't need any artist development. But that's not true. And can you talk about why that's not true?
I can give you several reasons that it's not true. Even the raspiest sound that we hear that may sound good may not be healthy for the vocal box. And as you age, it starts to deteriorate. As you age, you can start to have spots and stuff on your lungs that you may not know that's there, because you thought that what may have been raspy and sounding good actually was damaging your vocal cords. So that's why artist development is serious. Um, I've had vocal instructors that I have actually walked away from. Not that it was a good thing that I walked away from, but because I just didn't want to listen. And
Hmm.
those coaches were people that told me, hey, look, these are some of the foods that you need to consume. These are some of the things that you need to stay away from. This is what you need to drink your water at this certain temperature. You should drink water at this temperature before or after a show. And that was stuff that I just didn't take serious, but that all was a part of artist development.
Wow. That's that's
Most people like to drink their water ice cold before a show, but it's not good for your vocal box.
yeah. And it's not good for your respiratory system to drink water ice cold because it shocks your upper respiratory. You know what I mean? Because if it's too cold, so
Right.
so the room temperature is great. So
Mhm.
so with you being so big on artist development, what do you see this day and age
What's
versus
missing?
versus from when when our grannies used to tell us sit beside them while they playing the piano. This is what you know, baby. You off key. Don't do that. You you you
Well,
you're gonna hurt yourself. So versus you know
back then versus now
right.
is still, I say, amazing, because back then they still made a way. Now we're making a much better way because of technology.
Hmm.
But the pros and cons of technology has sideswayed us a little bit. And that's one of the biggest reasons why it's important to keep being, it's okay to be honest. I always just say it's okay to be honest. It's okay to be honest with an artist.
Okay.
And basically what I mean by that is it's okay to put your input in on what that artist needs to do for its quality and production and sound wise.
Mm. So for you, when you're talking with an artist and you're trying to you tell them something that's going to benefit them better in their future, you know, how hard is it to get an artist to really understand what you're saying and listen to you, and they've been doing it for that way for such a long time?
I love people. I'm a big lover. But one thing that I've learned throughout my life, and not just for music, I never give unsolicited advice. I stay in my own lane.
Okay. 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 Well, you know,
And even if, if someone was to ask me, I would try to give whatever best advice I could in love,
mm-hmm.
not to offend, but only in love, because I'm about love.
Right.
I'm not about criticism in a harsh way. So for as constructive criticism, it will only be if they was to ask my opinion. But I never have given my opinion freely. I don't like giving my opinion freely.
Okay. Well, and then a lot of people expect, especially when their respect factor is in there, they'll just come into action. Can you just be openly honest with me and tell
Now,
me what
and,
you think?
in that situation, if that happens to me, if someone ever come to me as open and honest, then I'm an open and honest person.
Okay.
I'm learning to get in a space where I listen with my ears and no longer with my feelings or my heart.
Mm. Okay. And that's a good space to be in. That's a very good space to be in. And so for you, what is your favorite instrument?
The flute,
The flute.
and the bass guitar.
Okay. Okay. Why those two?
I like angelic melodies, and I like something that has a in it.
And that
Something
bass
that got
definitely.
kind of like got a growl in
Yeah.
it.
Yes, and that bass definitely got that for sure. And that flute definitely got those angelic melodies for sure.
Mhm.
For sure. So great choice. So great choice. So we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and we are here on the Chatterbox with King Jake with none other than Melodic Princess. Stay tuned, and we'll be back with more important messages.
I'm tired of lying, and it's getting plain to see. I done tried hard to deny, but this woman changing me. Might go to the clubs, but I leave kinda early, and I don't drink and drive, but chug and jive, so my woman ain't gotta worry. No. See, I can't be playing with her heart or playing with her mind. We ain't getting no younger, can't play with my time. And I know she miss me and can't wait to kiss me. So I might be invited tonight.
You ain't gotta look for me.
I might be invited tonight. Yeah.
Woo! That's my people. Nick Willis, aka Too Smooth out of Mississippi. He said,
Frat brother.
"Yeah." He said he don't drink and drive or he don't shuck and shive, so she ain't got to worry. Good and mercy. So, I'm just so passionate and so moved about real lyrics. Lyrics that you can feel within your soul. So, I'm passionate about real lyrics. And speaking of real lyrics, I do want to tap in on your hit single, and so I really, I really think that that real music still matters.
Sorry.
You're good.
I,
You're good.
I
You're
knocked
good. You're
myself
good.
off. I'm sorry.
You're good. We were just talking about real music still matters. So you know, I recall me interviewing this young man by the name of Multi Music, and
Amazing.
and then he was saying that me and him had a lot in common, and we was just talking about him as a writer, him as a singer, and how he looks at the creative process, and so I'm just looking around as I always do, just networking, and I run into a person named Melodic Princess. I run into a super
Mhm.
talented, dope individual, speak with crazy amount of intellectual ness, and she's just all around a person that loves people genuine. So
Thank you. I
and
do.
I know you do. I come to find out that Moti says, "Oh my, so blessed to be able to write and work with some of the most phenomenal singers, that people have ever seen." And so, I've been listening to your single all day, 3-4 times a day. I said, let me let me find out that this sounds like something that my grandma played in her kitchen. I said, I said, I said, I said, let me find out. This sound like something when you got the old heads in the back, and they drinking a little something, and they was like, man, who that woman saying that song? Man, play that song. What song you talking about, old head? You know the song, man. You listened to it earlier. Oh, that one. So that's what that song reminded me of. And so let's talk about the creative process of that song. And you talking about love, and you just you telling people what it means, and why we need it. And so why did you feel a need to make a record such as powerful as that?
When me and Ty first started working, "Give Me Love" was not a song of choice.
Hmm.
It was basically Ty finding a song that would fit my voice. I cannot take any type of writing critics for "Give Me Love" because I didn't write it. Ty wrote "Give Me Love." So all the writing critics go to him. And I will forever give him. But when he presented the song to me, we had already talked about some things. So he knew about some things in my life. I knew about some things in his life. And I shared with him the type of person that I was. So that's how the arrangement and the creative process of "Give Me Love" came into play. And we started practicing it, and I delivered it.
That you did. That you did. And it's such a powerful song, man. And I was like, man, this is amazing, man. I said to myself, I said, I can really see this song on a lot of films, and you know, this song definitely can have that paperwork where you license that song to motion picture films and web series and TV series and movies and stuff like that. I actually can see the song on Lifetime. To be honest with you, you know what I mean?
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah. So I and Lifetime is kind of different. The Lifetime TV network, their Bravo TV network, they're real picky and choosy about what they put on there. So,
Right.
I can definitely see that on Lifetime. And as far as when you first brought the song out, and once you kind of slid it to the DJs, what was your feedback on that?
I've been getting a lot of good feedback from Give Me Love. Um, it's been hitting a lot of, been hitting charts. I've been getting a lot of international feedback. So I'm getting feedback. I've been getting a lot of good feedback. And I've been getting a lot of positive feedback from just fans, period, telling me how Give Me Love has touched their life, um, has even rekindled relationships. So I'm getting good feedback.
That's great. That's great. And shout out to my man, Big Steve out of Greenville, South Carolina, tapping in. Phenomenal Southern Soul singer. Salute, fam. Salute. Thank you for tapping
Very
in.
much so. I have to concur that message
Oh yeah,
about Steve. Yes.
yeah. That's my fam. So yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. So give me love. Great, phenomenal, climbing the charts. You know, it's you know how the fella from the Temptation said, "I need a love ballad. I didn't want no two-step song. What a love ballad at." So that's that love ballad. And you know, you're in. It's so much that kind of come with your voice, as far as so many directions it can go. Whether it's R&B soul, neo soul, southern soul, but I want to stay with southern soul. I want to say a lot of people lost a lot of loved ones during COVID-19, the pandemic during southern soul, and I just want to say this to every southern soul artist, every southern soul DJ, all the southern soul fans. I just want to personally thank you. Thank you for getting us back out the house. Thank you for making us dance again. Thank you for making us smile again, because the pandemic was rough for a lot of people, for a whole lot of people. And so Southern Soul gave us that feel good spirit about ourselves, that sense of urgency, that sense to want to come outside and smell the fried fish and you know, listen to the DJ and have some vendors come out there and you know, have somebody that got the tents up and stuff like that. So what has Southern Soul meant to you as an artist?
Southern Soul has meant a lot. Um, Culturally, great roots. Always will be dynamic for me. Um, a pathway for helping me to stay true to who I am. It will never let me forget where I came from. So that's what Southern Soul has been to me, especially in the South.
Right, 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 right. And you know, I tell people all the time that Southern Soul is for me, man. You know, I'm from a area in South Carolina, man, where I grew up listening to the Roy C's, the Tyrone Davises, and the Al Greens, and Candy Liquor, Marvin Cease, and you know the Millie Jacksons and the Betty Wright. You know, Betty said, you know, man, she said,
A piece of man is better than no man at all.
man, she said, but she said, uh you know, she said you can't show your teeth to every guy you meet. It's all right to be a little sweet. Good God Almighty, you know. And she said, don't blame Mr. Charlie. He on the
That's
man.
right.
He doing the best he can. So you
Hmm.
know, records like that, man, and you know, Minnie Ribbon said she said that she can take me and you on a trip down memory lane.
Back down memory lane.
That what she say. So that Southern soul music, that soul blues music, you know, even even down to you know me me seeing them old men riding by in the Deuce and the Quarters and the Cadillacs and the Lincoln Continentals car, and they playing that BB King. The thrill is gone, and when I get older, about 20 years old, man, I said, what he did to her? Why was her thrill gone? And And the old head would tell me, "That's we gonna be here a while. That's a long story." He had no business. You know, so you know, people like BB King and Bo Diddley and Bobby Womack, and I was just watching video on YouTube where all of them was on tour together at one time. I'm saying, man, whew. In those days, man, I bet that was a hell of a tour. For real, for real, for real. So you have Give Me Love, and you have a song I believe is called is it I Care?
I cared. I
I
cared.
cared. I cared. Okay. Excuse me for mispronouncing. I cared. Now,
Mm-mm. That's okay. We just
now,
put I care in past tense. I cared, as in
okay.
I no longer cared anymore. I cared. I
That's a
once
hot song too.
cared. I cared.
Yeah, that's a really groovy track. Really, 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 really hot song. And you went on about your business on that track as well. And so with that track right there, how did that come about?
Just everyday life, seeing people go through situations that they shouldn't have to go through.
Okay, 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 okay. So was the feedback amazing on that track as well?
Yeah, and as a new artist, I'm a lot of people just still don't know who the Melodic Princess is. So it's still been a slow journey, but I'm trusting the process.
Yeah, that's gonna change though. I promise you that. You can best believe that's gonna change for
I'm
sure.
trusting the process.
Because I already know that you're gonna keep them coming.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I know you're gonna keep it coming. And so with I Care, man, to hear a female say that and sing about that, you once cared,
Mhm.
once upon a time,
Mhm.
but now, man, boy,
I'm
you
in a
know,
different direction.
man, man, that's deep, and a lot of times when men audition it out, they can't take it, man. They
Ooh,
they can't take it. So
what you told me earlier, say it for the people in the back. You better say it for the people. You better say it for them people in the back there so they can hear you.
yeah. A lot of time we can't take it, and I can't sugarcoat it. Listen, when she when she got that when she doing this right here, yeah, huh? Okay, nah, bro, it's over. It's over. Then one word answers, it's a
The
wrap.
mental stability of a man versus woman is totally different.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. But when she honestly have just
Get
left
enough?
is just half the situation alone, and she's like, okay, it is what it is. I'm done.
It's hard to come back.
Yeah, it's hard to come back. So with that song right there, I feel like you, I feel like you had a voice for women who didn't have a voice. You know what I mean?
And not so much just a voice for women that didn't have a voice. Sometimes we tend to get sidetracked about the side piece woman, how she established her emotions, and we put a lot of blame on her. But we as women, we as men, we never take accountability for our own action. We always just want to point the finger at the woman and say, "Oh, it was your fault." Accountability takes part on both behalves, not just the woman.
Yeah, you're
It
right. Cause
takes two.
ain't nobody putting no gun to nobody's head or holding nobody hostage. People do what they want to do, and I can say this right here that man, for me, cheating is like premeditated murder for me because
Yeah,
you thought about it before you did it, and,
absolutely.
and you already know the consequences before you did it.
Yes,
So
you're absolutely right.
that's what it is. What's up, Rock? What's up, Cuzzo? Thanks for tapping in all the way from Maryland. I appreciate you, baby girl, for sure. And now for you, do I call you? Do I say Miss Attorney or Miss Legal Lady? I get you right, and because I know. I know you.
Well, my PhD, it will be political science with the focus in public policies administration. So anything political, that's me.
Okay, okay, okay. And so, what stems to make you want to be in that realm? Political science, political administration, public administration, community administration, all the above.
I love policies. I like structure.
So
I
you
like
love.
whatever is in black and white. I like it.
So you are a policies and procedures and bylaws type person.
Absolutely. I can anything that's mandated by state law, I can take and I can write it according to those state laws.
Okay, okay. So what kind of got you into that? Like, just piqued your interest and took it to an all time high.
Sort of politics that one a lot of people don't know. Back in 2015, 2016, I ran as justice court judge in Jefferson County, but I withdrew from the race.
Oh, oh, you one of them, as they say. That lady right there. As them older black men would say, that lady right there. Oh man, don't do that, cause she coming. Don't do that. Okay. So from a talented music artist, um, a, how can I say, a community impact leader. Because when it comes to public administration, community administration, you impact a lot of people. You get people to see things that they wouldn't normally see, because most people don't even know who their city councilman is, who the county councilman is, and they stem to talk about what the national government is doing. But if you don't know what's going on locally, then you can't really understand what's going on nationally. And so,
Absolutely.
and so
That's the
you,
kind of conversations I like to have because you would be surprised at the outcomes that we have on election day.
right. And so you're the type of person that, can really go in depth about policy and procedures, about zoning and things of that nature as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I follow you. I follow you. I have those conversations all the time. But those are the conversations that people don't know about that I have with people. So you know what I mean? But yeah.
Because if I'm not mistaken, you're a political science major as well, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. So when it comes to our people, and I tell people all the time, I tell business owners this. I say, are you a part of the small business administration? Or you have a membership? They said no.
SBA.
Yeah, I said, so have you really sit down and talk and join your local chamber of commerce? They was like, no. I said, why not? They said, well, I don't really know much about it. I said, but you're a business owner, so you should learn everything when it comes to that, when it comes to the RS, when it comes to whether you have an LLC or your sole proprietor or a C Corp, whatever you might have. Those sites,
Sole proprietorship, yeah.
right? Those sites are public knowledge, so then you should be studying those sites, no matter what. You know what I mean? Because it's so much on the RS website that I guarantee you that people don't know. That people don't
How
know.
much resources are out there that's available that's free resources and that we don't know about. I always tell people, we as artists, if they're cultural, get in contact with your cultural development people, because there's a grant that's out there that's available, but a lot of people don't know about it.
Right.
That would $2,500 may not seem like much, but if you keep reapplying for it, it could take your career a long way.
A city councilman told me, he said, man, dude, he said, I know you've been in this entertainment thing for a long time, Jacob. He said, but do artists really understand? He said, we're going to just go from the collegiate division. He said, do independent artists really understand that most collegiate schools whether they're Division I, Division II, Division III, NIA, or just whatever they may be, JUCO, whatever it may be. Most of the four-year universities have a budget of at least $80,000 for entertainment a year. And he said that, you know, it's just like you want those professors to really resonate with you, or you even want to talk to your local city councilman like myself, and you know, just make sure they got your music, they got your story, and so they can let you know what's coming, what's going on, what they're like to be a part of, and that stems from you getting rolled up in your local newspaper, and the local newspaper passed along to another newspaper, and it stems from people booking you in the community because they know that you don't mind making clean music, and you can come out there and mingle and brush shoulders with some people that may want to invest in you.
Right.
So, you know, with that being said, it's a lot of steps that you can take, but it also take hard work, and it take coming outside. You know,
Consistency, dedication.
Right. It take coming and setting to some of these meetings, whether it's
Networking, collaborating, yes.
a councilman meeting, or whether it's going to the school board meetings, or you know, or even if it's going to any type of conferences, you know what I mean, business conferences and stuff like that, because you can still learn something to help you further your career in entertainment from business conferences. So, you know, I'm so glad I got a chance to have you on the platform tonight, and you know, I really appreciate it. So, you know, but we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with the Melodic Princess.
When God is positioning you into the next dimension of your call, the next dimension of your identity, as he unfolds and reveals who he's called you to be, you will always have a Samuel. You need someone who understands where you're coming from, but also someone who understands who you must become. Which means that you're going to have to be willing to risk being seen. It's always so much easier when we have friendships that exist in silos. I've got one group of friends who understand where I came from. And I've got another group of friends who understand my potential. But I'm at my best when I'm in an environment with people who understand that where I've come from is not where I can stay. And where I am, I must keep pressing forward because there's still...
All right. We are back once again. And we're back with the Melodic Princess. So I do want to thank everybody for tapping in and you know, just tuning in and just showing your support, your love, your appreciation. And you know, the Melodic Princess, she's definitely coming. And I just want to say, you know, peace, love, and happiness.
You will never change this system. You have to make your own. And that, brother, I have to be very, very critical of, because again, I'm 31 and how the hell do I see this? And you work for them and you have never questioned the history of Dr. Fauci. You have never questioned all of his suggestions over the years. Do you know his track record? Do you know all the things that this man has suggested that have not worked? Not recently. I'm talking about all the way back to the 1980s and 90s when he became one of the individuals who became America's doctor. You need to research the people who you work for and with so that you know that you may be a party to the destruction of your people unwittingly, unknowingly, unintentionally. And too many black folks help to destroy their own people and their culture. Mexicans, Jewish people, white people even help to destroy their own people without even knowing it, because they go along with a damn script that was pre-written by someone who does not have their better interest at hand.
So what is the purpose then? What is the purpose then of them worldwide and putting talking heads up for all of us then?
Absolutely. and I love this argument as well. This is why they don't like to have your brother on. There was an advisor to President Jimmy Carter by the name of Zbigniew Brzezinski. He stated that in earlier times, quote,
I just want to say, if you ever end up on Jeopardy, you win in the whole thing.
Zbigniew Brzezinski particularly said, quote, in earlier times it was easier to control 1 million people than to physically kill 1 million